if we talk. Does it?
We're good. It should come up. Well, welcome everyone. I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Kirsten Hood. This is my husband, Bill. We live in Boca Raton, Florida, and we're so excited that you're joining us for Project Thankful. I can't believe it's already November and Thanksgiving is this week. So I'm sure for many of you, you know, what you're thankful for or grateful for is foremost in your mind. And so we wanted to take tonight to be able to share some of the things that we are thankful for. You know, we're going to introduce you tonight to 6 people whose lives have been changed by Juice Plus, by this community and this mission of inspiring healthy living around the world. I heard a quote that really resonated with me. You know, a man with his health has 1,000 dreams, but a man without his health has only one. For my husband and I, 17 years ago, we were at a desperate place with our children's health. We have 3 boys, and at the time they struggled terribly with ear infections, sinus infections, bronchitis, but the worst was asthma. You know, there is nothing scarier as a parent when your children can't breathe. A friend of mine shared just a simple way we could add concentrated fruits and vegetables to our life. It was Juice Plus. And you know, that nutrition strengthened their immune system. And it literally was a catalyst for us on a road to better health. And so here we are, 17 years later. It's just amazing. We have 3 very strong, healthy, athletic young men, I should say. And so we're so grateful for Juice Plus and what it has done for us. It's really transformed our family's health. So to kick it off tonight, I am so excited to introduce our first speaker, my good friend, Kelly Petrovich. Go ahead, Kelly.
Let me make sure I'm unmuted. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Kirsten and Bill. I'm so grateful and so honored to be on this call tonight with you all and to be sharing pieces of my story with you. But my name is Kelly Petrovich and I'm a wife on a mission. I don't have children just yet. I feel very blessed that I found this nutrition and this community and this mission years before that time. But I was introduced to Juice Plus by my best friend who was very lovingly persistent. So if someone shares Juice Plus with you and this mission and community, it's because they deeply care. I'm so grateful to my best friend, Christy, and that's who we attract, are people that really love people. And when I started to see this community, I knew this is exactly where I wanted to be. And so my health journey in pieces, I have more energy. I used to take a nap every day. I used to get sick frequently, every 3 to 4 months. And so my immune system over time got so much stronger. So I went from antibiotics all the time to antioxidants. And a big piece of my story and kind of my niche and passion is mental health. Since I was a kid, I've been on medication for since 8th grade all through my early 20s, and I thought that would be my forever normal. And anxiety and depression runs in my family. And so when I got started on Juice Plus, I noticed less anxiety and less mental fog, that I felt empowered for the first time all those years to maybe give it a shot to wean myself off, and I did. Now, is that to say I never get anxiety anymore? Yes, I still do. But I feel so grateful for my health, knowing that this is one of my favorite tools, Juice Plus, in my toolbox. And learning that gut-brain connection and how nutrition is so incredibly important for brain function. And so 5 years to this day, medication-free, antibiotic-free, and just feel so much healthier and happier from the inside out. And really just so grateful for my overall health journey, you know, but because of my experience, I was naturally sharing that with everyone in my life, especially my immediate friends and family. And so it made sense for me to join this mission for $50 a year. And little did I know that it would allow eventually over time, you know, turning my passion into a paycheck, which was a huge, huge blessing, especially being in college and then going into the workforce after, and then making this my full life mission. And so a big thing that I'm super grateful for is really having this as a vehicle that gives me my time to do things that really matter to me, be involved in my church and in my community, and serve people in a way that I'm so passionate about, which is health. and have so much purpose. And all of that really deeply matters. And so I really am just so grateful for the whole picture of what Juice Plus offers, and these people on this call. I wouldn't have met them otherwise, and they have really become family. So I wanted to read this quote as I end my story. It's by Steve Jobs, and he says that your work is going to fill a large part of your life. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. So if you haven't found it yet, keep looking, don't settle. I never knew that all because of fruits and vegetables in a capsule, you know, that I would find purpose and passion and fulfillment. And he says, as at the end of the quote, it says, as with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. And I know that I really have found that in this community. So that is my story. Thank you so much for having me. And I'm going to pass it on to my sweet friend, Hyvel, who's got another incredible story. Thank you.
Hello, thanks for that powerful message, Kelly. My name is Hyvel Ferguson Davis. I'm a wife and a mom, and I'm coming from a place of warning. 4 years ago, I had a stroke, a heart event, subsequent open heart surgery. Options were off the table for me. I had no answers. I was looking for answers, and the only thing the doctors gave me was medicine and operation. Those were the two things they gave me. So a few years after that, a year later, I found a community, Michelle. Actually, she was a saving grace to me, because I went over to her house, Michelle's house, and they started talking about fruits and vegetables. Now, I was on 21 different medication. Not one time did a doctor says, oh, eat some fruits and vegetables. So I started connecting the dots. And like I said, I'm thankful for the community. These girls, Team Fire, Team Transformer, Team Wildfire, they're God sent. I'm learning, I'm exploring, but more of all, the information is available. I thank Sharon, Michelle, or, you know, I even see Cynthia, she's running, Joy is running. These girls are inspiring me in ways and doing stuff I never thought I could have done before. I mean, I did, and I started doing 5Ks. You know, I'm the last one to finish, but hey, I am making one simple change, one simple step by the community. I've learned how to flood my body with fruits and vegetables. And actually, I started craving fruits and vegetables. It was a weird thing because, hey, you know, I could have put down some chicken wings. You know, you go through this stuff and you understand connections because, you know, DNA plays a role. You know, family, you know, heredity and how you eat also plays a role. You know, I didn't exercise. You know, Black folks in their hair, it wasn't me. But I had to understand. What was my why? I was 41 years old. Options were off the table. I was hopeless. I was looking for something, anything to fill that void. So at that point, money wasn't an option. I was trying to be that wife, that mother, that sister, that friend. I was lost, didn't have hope. But guess what? I made one simple change, one step. Allowing myself to be free, to love myself, and actually pay attention to the food I'm eating. One step, like I said, I started, and I'm not where I need to be in life. I still have my obstacles. Sometimes you don't come back. I mean, sometimes you die of what I've been through. Doctor says, you know what, you're lucky. I said, no, I'm blessed. So I started going to Heart Association and started looking for information. How do I fight this smart fight? Because that's me. I'm all about information is power. So I started going to events and I started to look at the events, and I was the only person of color that was in the room. And I'm like, this is not right. I need to save my family. I need to save my community. So I started gathering the information, looking at statistics, looking at the way we eat. And I started being a voice, especially for my children, my daughter. She was not going to be like me because my mom has heart failure and she has diabetes. The warning signs were there. I didn't pay attention, but this hit home for me hard, where I had no choice, but I wanted to live. I was 41 years old out of options. So I started inspiring myself, and therefore I started inspiring people. And I said, Juice Plus, the community, and Michelle and the girls, they gave me hope when I was hopeless. I started seeing my cholesterol levels go down. I started losing weight. I started seeing phenomenal changes just by introducing one simple change, fruits and vegetables. And, you know, I can say today I'm living with passion. I'm thriving. being the best that I can be. And I'm official. I can tell you guys that I am the American Heart and Diabetes Association ambassador, where I get to be that voice because I want one person to go through what I've experienced. One person, one step. So as I talk to you, I really want you to take accountability and assess your lives to see what you can do to modify and to live in the zone of thriving. Why live sick or depleted or depressed, like Kelly talked about, when we could live in the overflow? God has answers for us, but we need to search deep within us. Pray, most of all, but get up and do about it also. So Juice Plus, I'm grateful, I'm thankful for the community. I'm grateful for the information sharing. You are God sent. I mean, when you talk about phytonutrients and break it down, I truly understand. I made the connection. And my voice is to hopefully make one person make that one step towards a healthy them. So I am going to pass it over to my friend Landon, and he's going to tell you about his experience. Bye, guys.
Wow. Havel, that was powerful. I'm sitting here with chills. You're an inspiration. That was truly, truly incredible. Okay, I got to gather myself now. Hi, everybody. My name is Landon Aguado. I'm a doctor of Oriental medicine, and I practice in South Florida for the last 17 years. And I would like to talk about the integrity of the Juice Plus product and the family that I'm so thankful for. But before I do that, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the blessing that was shared with me 10 years ago, the gift of Juice Plus, when my wife and I had our own infertility journey. And that gift of Juice Plus ended up being one of the leading ingredients in overcoming that journey, and now having two beautiful angels, two beautiful boys in my life that happen to think Juice Plus is part of one of the food groups. So that's how they are being brought up, as Juice Plus babies and Juice Plus young men. So as far as the integrity of the product goes, which is so important, because at the end of the day, where would we be without the integrity of this product? As a healthcare practitioner, patients come in all the time with bags and bags of supplements. The next thing that they heard on an infomercial, or they're selling on the shelves at Walgreens or some of the other stores, and they ask me if I can look at the bag of supplements and tell them if I think it's good for them and if I think it'll be beneficial or even work, because they're spending a lot of money. And at this point in my career, after learning everything that I've learned from the Juice Plus company and about the product, I asked them 3 questions before even looking at anything. I asked them to please show me any studies that the product is actually efficacious, that it actually works. I asked them to please show me anything saying that the product is bioavailable and actually being absorbed into the bloodstream, into the cells, and into the body, and that they're not just paying for expensive urine. And then I asked them to show me any type of certification or proof that what's in the bottle is on the label and what's in the label is in the bottle and nothing else, to show that it's pure. And I'm yet to find one patient that's been able to provide me any of those things. So it's with conviction and confidence that I can then share the gift of Juice Plus with my patients, because Juice Plus has 38, 39, actually there's many more in the works right now, double-blind, placebo-controlled medical studies to prove the efficacy of the product. Juice Plus also has many bioavailability studies to prove that it actually is getting into our systems and working. And then Juice Plus is also NSF certified, which means that a third party comes in and actually checks each and every batch for the absence of contaminants, moldicides, pesticides, and herbicides. And it's with those 3 things that I feel very confident to put my reputation on the line and to recommend to patients, without hesitation, to change their lives with the gift of Juice Plus. At this point in my career, I feel it's malpractice if I do not share it with patients, and I feel so blessed to be able to give them this tool. So that's as far as the product goes. As far as the integrity of the company, I can honestly say that I haven't been part of such a beautiful group of healers, and it's a privilege and an honor to call everybody my partner. Jay Martin, the founder of the company, who started this company 50 years ago, had a vision that was absolutely incredible. And I feel blessed to be part of a company that I know that it's going to be around for many, many, many more years, with a product that's been around for 25 years and is not going anywhere. And I want to say thank you to Jay Martin for not selling out to Big Pharma or any stockholders and diluting the product and diluting our ability to make a living and to share health and wellness. I feel blessed to be part of a company that is looking at the future of our children, that is giving free Juice Plus to any child between the age of 4 and 18 and anybody in college, as long as they're sponsored by an adult. I mean, to me, that's incredible. For the first time in America, our life expectancy has actually declined this year. And I truly believe if we teach the children and we take care of the future of tomorrow, that's gonna reverse itself. So to be part of this company that has that vision is absolutely incredible. But to even go beyond that, this company gives Tower Gardens to all the Boys and Girls Club across America, and gives complete shakes to many of the homeless shelters to feed people. I mean, it is truly a company that, you know, pours their heart out, and I feel very blessed to be part of it. So thank you to everybody on this call. Have a happy and healthy Thanksgiving. Let's continue to change people's lives and change the world one step at a time and be on this journey together. So I've talked fast and I appreciate this, but I'm going to turn it over to my good friend Gloria. Take it away.
Wow, thank you, Landon. What a wonderful story. And I just love that you have your precious sons. What a great gift all of this is. And I'm Gloria Hare, and I'm married. I have a daughter, a son, a granddaughter that's 5 years old. I live in New Mexico. I taught for 35 years, so I loved all those little ones. And I'm just thankful for a wonderful career, mostly teaching young elementary kids, but also teaching at San Juan College here in the Four Corners area of New Mexico. One thing I wanted to start with is what I expected when I started with Juice Plus. What I expected was good health, because I knew it was fruits, vegetables, and berries. What else is there to know except you need fruits, vegetables, and berries in your diet every day? The things that happened were probably a little beyond expected. It helped my immune system. I had chronic fatigue and hardly could make it home from teaching at the college. I also had laryngitis, bronchitis, strep throat, one of those every year that would last forever. And those were some of the things that were wonderful on the health side. But I did expect to have improvement in my health, and I wanted this health hope for others as well. So I started sharing. So my focus for the next couple of minutes is on the unexpected. And for that, getting a stream of income that would come with simply sharing with my friends, my family, really saved us from what could have been financial ruin for us. At that time, I didn't even know anything about residual income. I had always traded time for money, and that was the way we lived our lives. But the income started coming in, and that was wonderful. I didn't go into this for the income. I went into it because I just wanted to help people with their health. I'd always done that with second graders. They had to bring good, healthy snacks every day. But the economy here in our area in 2010 tanked. Literally, I drove down the highway yesterday and there are boarded up buildings, and we're still digging our way out of all of that because of regulations on oil and gas. And that's what our state is, an oil and gas state. And so my husband has worked out of state actually since about 2013, off and on, and even was out of work for 5 months in a year's time. That's a lot of time off when you're basically living and counting on like my retirement and living paycheck to paycheck. So we had thought that maybe we were going to have more month than money, and it was a huge struggle to even wrap my mind around that. About that time is when I really started to grow my income. My husband's income was shaky at best, and I grew my income and started to meet or beat my teacher retirement of 35 years. And then later on, beat even Social Security and my teacher income combined. That is huge. For a senior citizen, it's really a great addition to our keeping us financially afloat. And it did. In fact, as my husband started to get back into things being better for him and mine growing, we were able to become debt-free. All the freedom that comes with this company, and I go along with what Landon said about our company offering this opportunity for us to make our dreams come true, paying off our home, the beautiful RV that Mike got to live in on the road, and paying cash just a couple of months ago. I've never been able to do that for my 2019 Toyota. That was really a huge thing, and it's like, wow, I've not had that in probably my lifetime, to be able to pay off everything and be debt free. Another thing, going back to residual income, I had major surgery a year ago, knee replacement, and it wasn't the best of surgeries. I mean, I had a great doctor, but it was the most painful thing I've ever been through in my life. But thinking about that, no worries. I had no worries for asking for time off from work. And those of you that are teachers or have taught, you know that you are still working when you take time off and have a substitute, because you have to get the plans ready for the teacher. So you're still working. I had no worries for that, and no worries for a zero paycheck. I was still getting that residual income, and that's when it really became real to me. And so I always thought that I could depend on my pension. I always thought, okay, I've taught this many years, it should be a pretty good income. Well, not. I looked at my register. I don't know if any of you even look at registers anymore, but way back then, I looked at my register to see how much I made in 2002 for my first check on retirement. And then I looked at my one for 2019, and I have gone down $665 a month. That's $7,900 drop in 1 year. My husband had to be on my, on my retirement insurance. So that was probably a big part of it. So one more step and get that insurance with all of the benefits with NMD. That would be awesome. This drastic drop could have bankrupt or would bankrupt most or many middle income families. So I end with a question. Am I grateful? Oh my gosh, I'm incredibly thankful that we could bridge the gap for our health and also for our financial needs. And I will pass this on to Jamie, my friend.
Lori, that was fantastic. And I mean, just that financial, just freedom is just so amazing. So my name is Jamie Memring. I am a medical social worker. I live in Southern Indiana with my husband, who farms, and we have 3 daughters. They're 11, 10, and 2. And I work from home right now as a wellness coach, but a lot of my history is really in nonprofits, the hospital setting, the ER, home health care, hospice, infusion. I truly loved oncology, is really where my heart was. And as I look back, I realized that my heart truly has always been about quality of life over quantity. And so sharing with you tonight is just, it's an honor. I'm grateful. And I'm grateful for so many things. But, this time of year, like Kirsten said, I'm especially grateful for the hope and the freedom that my family and I experience on a daily basis. Because, we didn't used to. My Facebook time hop is full of all of those horrible memories that just constantly remind me of the chains that we lived in for so long. I think about those chains all the time. I'm thankful for our health freedom that we enjoy, because my health history from childhood on is full of diagnoses, things from chronic sinus infections. I was on antibiotics 6 to 8 times a year from childhood on, asthma, migraine disorder, endometriosis. I had horrible seasonal allergies that I lived on medications year-round for. I suffered an anxiety disorder, constant in and out of depression, an eating disorder and addiction. And then from that, I went on to arthritis and GERD and hormone imbalance. And I was told I wouldn't be able to have children. And it just goes on and on. And my children were following in my footsteps from birth. So we lived in true chains. My emotional health was non-existent. And I'm grateful, so grateful to get to be celebrating here soon 14 years of recovery. But even still, my depression and my anxiety would pull those chains and pull me back every now and then. Those financial chains of stress and budgeting and really just that need to please, those chains of the expectations and the cultural values, that we want to try to live up to. Really just the expectation of wanting to be a good role model for my girls. the chains of isolation that I used to let entangle me as a mama of two very young children, very close in age. We did not have freedom. And Juice Plus, the product, has given me, it's given my children, my family, my friends, health freedoms that we didn't even know were possible. Freedoms from the fear of illness, which might even be worse than all of it together. Freedom from those chains of those doctor's offices and the appointments and the prescriptions and the medications and the bills for those and all of the symptoms that we suffered. The freedom to live for future events and not be held back and chained back to those what ifs, because what if we left and my kid caught that cold or the flu from 2 states away, because that's what we were. We couldn't go to Christmas parties this time of year. We couldn't go to birthday parties. We didn't go to church because we were chained to our home. And Juice Plus, the business, has given me the freedom to truly pursue my passion and my purpose every single day that I've already been led to, and I've already been called to, and I've already been trained in. It's kept me from being isolated and numb and unmotivated. I get to live out my gifts, my God-given gifts, to help others. It's given me the financial freedom to get to say yes to more quality of life living, to focus on my family and leaving a legacy that I want to leave for my children and for my community. Juice Plus, the community, has given me the support and the resources and the freedom to just to spread my wings and really soar, right? You know, it's given me the mentors and the mothers, because I lost my mother when I was younger. It's given me the friends, and it's really just given me the freedom to become the woman and the wife and the mother and the leader that God made me to be. And so this season and always, I am forever grateful for God's provision, for Juice Plus, the products, for Juice Plus, the business, and for Juice Plus, this community, and for all of the many freedoms that it's provided me and my family. So thank you so much for letting me share. And I'm excited to have you listen to my friend Doug and Sharon's story up next.
Thank you, Jamie. I loved hearing that. And, you know, I loved hearing all the stories. It's amazing. And I've been in this community with Doug for 20 years. It's my hubby, Doug. And the stories just go on and on. So thank you for sharing that. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, 20 years ago, I was a worn out high school guidance counselor with a baby at home. And I was actually called Medical Girl. I had allergy shots. I used to have a Kleenex in my hand all the time. Doug would come and hold my hand, and he'd be like, oh, this is part of us. Because the nasty Kleenex from major allergies and just really, really run down. I had no idea what I was doing to my body. I was actually suppressing my immune system all the time. Thanks to this community and being introduced to Juice Plus from my friend Julie, I just was taken on a whole different trajectory from what was normal to a new normal, and thankfully for my family too. And so now in my 50s, I feel fantastic, and I'm able to just move this body the way it's meant to be moved and not worry about going to the doctor's office and all that for sicknesses, allergies, and you know, the whole family. It's the same way. We're just so healthy. So I'm very, very grateful that we don't have to live in that life of not knowing and being sick. And I'm so thankful for the community because we learned so much. We learned better choices. And as Bella said, it's one simple change at a time, one different thing each time. And so it's really kept us healthy. We have 3 children, 20, 19, and 12. The last 2, I was able to use Juice Plus as my prenatal, Juice Plus and the Complete Shake. For the first baby, he actually was developmentally delayed and actually labeled as well. They all have been thriving with Juice Plus, and they're all doing wonderful with it. And same with Doug. And so once I started learning about the value of whole food nutrition and how it really, we just need the right nutrition to feed ourselves and our body heals, then I started to share with other people. I naturally started sharing everything I was learning. I was really into education. I have a couple master's degrees, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. How did I not know any of this? And so I shared with people around me at the high school, my friends and family. And over time, I was surprised. I didn't realize that I would actually make some extra income because I had signed up, to be a representative just to have a little extra money back. But I ended up replacing my income. But it started out as just the car payment, the mortgage payment, and over time, that's what happened. And so over time, I had two missions. One was for people to really know the truth about food, and they would make their choices from there, but I wanted to make sure that I shared with them what I knew to be true, because a lot of people are signing up or lining up for the things they think are food, but they're really not. And my second mission, because I was able to stay home with my kids and create a significant income, that became my second mission, to help other mommies be able to stay home with their kids, not just stay home, but also contribute to the family. So it's been an awesome journey, and it's now so wonderful to be with Doug doing this.
Well, I'll tell you what, I am so glad that she understood the value of Juice Plus, and she kind of forced us all in the family to take it at first. I wasn't that consistent, honestly. I was a little skeptical. In general, I'm a guy. We tend to be that way sometimes. But she was passionate and excited. And over the years, as I took these products, and our family took these products, and we're in this community learning all these things. In my 30s, I'm 50 now, 52. And in my 30s, I had a cardiologist. For years, I was on blood pressure and cholesterol medication. I'm excited now that through being in this community, making these changes, I'm medication free. I'm doing great. My numbers are better now than when I was better at 52 than when I was 32. So it's amazing what can be done with food. It's unbelievable. But what I'm especially thankful for tonight, because it's really affected our lives, is that she had the vision and passion. I know she just started off just trying to cover the cost or whatever, but she did. She's a really hard worker, and I thought she was a little crazy when she said her and her friend said, you know what, maybe we can stay home with the kids. And I'm thinking, you just got your second master's degree. You're a school guidance counselor. Well, luckily, I had just become a school administrator, so she was home with the kids, and she was trying to get this business going. Well, she did. She started making the car payment, then the house payment, and over time, I saw her developing into a great leader, into a great entrepreneur, and it was exciting. She really found her groove, and it was really, really cool. Eventually, I started noticing. I started seeing all that was going on. I went to a company convention when she was getting a promotion. I didn't know what to expect. I just wanted to support her. But I got there, and I met the rest of this community from all around the world. I met the CEO of the company, the president. I met leaders within the company. And I was so impressed that I started to get more involved in this. I realized my passion is leading and mentoring people and inspiring people to be their best in life. Well, that offered even more opportunity in the Juice Plus company than it did in a school. So I started getting more and more involved, and eventually I was able to, not only did she replace her income, but as I got involved, we were able to replace my income, and I was able to lead school administration, and we work full-time at this together now, which is amazing. I mean, I was coming home, I guess I got tired of coming home and seeing her in her jammies still and making a great salary, and I was like, I need to learn more about this. Because I thought, you go to school, I got a master's degree, I'm a school administrator, I was the first one in my family to do that. I thought I had made it. But I didn't realize there is another way. You don't have to just do things like status quo. We now have time freedom. I mean, for 25 years, I did the 9 to 5. It wasn't 9 to 5, though. It was more like 7 to 7 most of the time. For 25 years. But now, I can focus on our business, our family business. I can focus on the family. I'm here. Even when I was home before, she used to say, well, you're home, but you're not really here. Now I'm here. I'm focusing even more on my own health goals. I have time freedom. I have time with my 12-year-old that unfortunately I just didn't have with my older kids. I'm able to, she's a junior golfer. I mean, tomorrow we're going golfing, and and my schedule allows for flexibility. And all the best of all is more time with her. She's my buddy, my best friend, and we get to work together, investing in our family, into our future through this amazing product and this amazing company. So I'm super thankful. And finally, the other thing I'm thankful for is this community, the people that we've met, the friendships we've made. And with that, I want to hand it back to some people that we have known for years and been on this journey together with, Phil and Kirsten Hood, just amazing people. Thanks for having us on tonight, guys.
Well, we are so grateful for you, Doug and Sharon, and everybody on this call. The community is absolutely fantastic. Well, as you've all heard tonight, we are so grateful for restored health, for healing in our bodies, less medication, more energy and vitality, and literally renewed lives with time, flexibility, and freedom. We hope that you've been inspired to make one simple change in your own health this season. We're a community that is committed to you, to live the mission of inspiring healthy living, and we have webinars and live events like this every month. We'd invite you to get back to the person who invited you tonight to learn more about Juice Plus, our community, and sharing this mission with others. Thank you so much for joining us. Good night, and have a happy Thanksgiving.
Good night. Thank you.
Well, good night.
Great job, everyone.